Hello, 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 everybody. There we are. Hey, come on in. Let's talk about abundance tonight and shifting our energy to abundance. So, I'm here, and I'm excited to be here. So, when you pop on, uh, just 1 second here, let me make sure this is awesome. Okay, Okay, we're working. Yes, we are working. All right. So, welcome, you guys. Welcome. Come on in and tell me, tell me where you're from. Pop in and say hi. Um, mm, they have changed this. Able to leave comment. Okay. So, hey, okay, let's get started. Hi, Joanna. So cool to have you here. Um, I wasn't sure if I was going to get on because we had some really nasty storms building and it looks like they're going to miss us. So I'm always worried about internet connection. I've done this before and had really great Facebook lives and discussions going on, and then the internet gets unstable and it gets all wonky. But please say hi. Tell me where you're from. I actually had my Janice Gallant art page has been growing quite a bit lately, and I had a lady just yesterday start to follow me from Spain. I love Spain. I've been there once. I love, love, love Spain. So tell me where you're from if you're here, and also tell me in the comments, what do you find the hardest part of manifesting for yourself? What is the hardest part? What do you struggle with? What doesn't work? So for me, for example, it was for many years, it was like, well, it would work sometimes, but not all the time. I could manifest sometimes, but not all the time. So just put in there what it is that you find to be the most frustrating part about this manifesting and law of attraction. Because tonight we are talking about your manifestation journey. Great expectations kept popping into my head. Hi, Shanty Mary. Love that. From Crestfield, welcome. Um, Great expectations. So, not the book, although I had to giggle because it's almost like it was like the book, right? Great expectations. But we have these great expectations for our manifesting, and sometimes it falls flat. And I am here to help you. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Janice. I am an artist and a teacher, and I merge my art and teaching with my coaching. So I am a creatively fit coach and a spiritual mindset coach. So what that means is I teach about mindset shifting and energy work and combine it, just merge it in with creative activities and painting and all sorts of fun. Because when we keep our left brain busy, that's when we open up to receive. And so we keep our left brain busy by doing creative activities that put us into our creative flow. And it feels great. And usually, when we're creating, we feel good, we're relaxed, we get into it, and we open to receive. And that is when messages come through, intuitions, and even our paintings become like our own oracle card, mirroring back to us what we need to know. So I want to invite you right now to just take a breath. So close your eyes, take in a deep breath for 1 minute. Congratulations for being here, for taking a little bit of time for yourself and to raise your own energy. And I want you to set an intention tonight. Set an intention that whatever you need to hear, whatever needs to be understood, whatever needs to shift, whatever needs to click for you will happen tonight as we talk. Breathe into your heart, because it is in our heart that we receive our messages. So we need to drop into our heart. Okay, let's go here. Awesome. All right, so my intention for you tonight, I always set intentions. My intention for you tonight is to shift your energy to a higher vibe and to believe in the gold nuggets that are guiding you each day and to become more aware of them. So, shifting to a high vibe, that's the whole idea here. Is we start to talk and we start to listen and we start to, even if you pop comments in or questions, we as a group start to raise our vibe. And when we shift our energy to attract abundance, that's the sweet spot, right? Because your most powerful point of attraction is how you are feeling. And that's why being in that creative flow is so, so important. So I wrote some notes in my journal. I want to make sure I get all the points for you, because sometimes I can get going and jump around. But first of all, what I want you to know is the most powerful, powerful point of attraction is how you're feeling, right? And when we're creating, we're usually feeling really good. So being creative, getting into that creative flow is so, so important that you take time in your life for that creative flow to consciously bring that in, right? Um, Learn to bring the feelings of what you want into your life. Yeah, we're capable of bringing these feelings into our body. We know that. We can do that by shifting our minds. And so when we do that, then we become that point of attraction. We actually start to become the energy exuding out of what we want to bring in. I manifest most quickly when I am the most focused and clear in what it is that I want. When I get crystal clear and make the decision of what I want, and I've learned how to do this daily, that's when manifesting just takes a jump forward for me. And so that is something that we do um, in my courses. And actually, as we go through this, I'm going to be totally upfront with you. Yes, I'm going to tell you about Dream and Journey. That's my next upcoming course, and it begins September 1st. So as we go through, I'll tell you a little bit about it. Maybe it's something that you want, maybe not, but whatever, stay with me to the end, because this content is going to be very helpful for you, and it's free, right? So, feeling clear and making a decision, for most people, we can get there. I mean, we can be talked into it, we can be coached into it, get really super clear on what we want, and go, okay, I know what I want now. Sometimes that takes a little bit of work, a little bit of journaling to, like, what are those feelings that you want to create in your life? What do you want more of in your life? Sometimes we have to start with what don't we want in our life, and that helps us get to what we do want in our life. But what you'll find is that will work. You get into that space, but then in the next day or two, you lose it, and life gets busy, and it pushes you back into your regular routines and your regular emotions. Now, our vibration it comes from our feelings and our emotions. So whatever we're feeling is what we're vibrating out on average during a day. If we decide to shift into something new, if we decide that I'm going to create a new life, I am going to consciously and intentionally start to create my life in a different way, because I am done with this. I am so ready for change. That's fabulous. But we need to work at it every day. It needs to become a practice because we'll just fall right back into where we were before. Because as I said, life gets crazy and busy, right? And we get into the stream of life and we forget what our intentions are. So that's super important, right? We're human. We're having the human experience. This is where the practice comes in and the process, and that's something that I teach in the Manifesting Mandala course, which is in the Dream and Journey course. So the Dream and Journey is packaged within the Dream and Journey is packaged the Manifesting Mandala course, the Visioning for Intention course, and the Dream Mandala painting and Dream Mandala drawing where we put our visions. It's like a vision board, only we use a mandala and there's no cutting and pasting of pictures. It's a powerful process of putting your dreams into your mandala. So there's actually 4 different workshops in there that you get. It is so valuable. So in one of the workshops is called the Manifesting Mandala course. That is the course that teaches you the process of staying in the flow every day. Every time you notice yourself coming out, you get all of the key concepts of how to get back into the flow so that you can continue to manifest your dreams every day, right? So, what you need to know right now, though, is doing the work to shift the emotions and feelings that are coming up each day, right? So, as you're going through the day, what you're going to notice is uh, you might be going along and feeling great, and then all of a sudden you start to have this doubt come up, right? This doubt that, oh, this isn't working, this manifesting doesn't work, or you have fears around it. And so, what you want to do is start to become more aware each moment through the day of what those thoughts are that are coming up and shifting your feelings. And they're sneaky, they slide in there without you even realizing. So perhaps you get up in the morning and you go, okay, today I'm going to stay in the feelings of abundance and creating what I want to create, because it's when we shift into that feeling of already having it that we start to bring it into our lives. And then you go and you get your mail, and you bring your mail back and there's a bill in there that, oh, I don't want to deal with that, so you put it aside. But a little while later you notice that you're having doubts about this manifesting working, that I can't manifest more money, it's not going to happen, this is crazy, it's silly, it's a pipe dream. When you back it up, what may have happened was when you picked up your mail and you saw that bill, it triggered a fear within you. Unconsciously, it started to kind of work its way in. And as you went about your day, your feelings, your emotions started to slide down. And that is interfering with your manifesting. So, one of the most important things is to stay super aware of the thoughts and the feelings. What are your feelings? How are you feeling right now? How can you help yourself feel better? Where did any doubts or fears come creeping in? Back your thoughts up a little bit so that you can become aware of what's triggering you, and that will help you shift, right? So you become super observant. We can reprogram our brains, right? We can shift all those beliefs that have been ingrained into us. But the first thing we need to do is become super observant of what we're feeling, what's going on, what's coming up right within us. Anything that doesn't feel good gets to be shifted. You get to feel good, you get to feel worthy, you get to feel abundant. That is a given for you. And any time that you're feeling less than that, you get to shift your mind. You get to stop it and say, no, this is not how I want to feel today. This is not, what I want. I want to feel good. I want to shift. And so you making that conscious decision, first of all, is going to really take things forward for you, right? Um, the big thing is that you get to decide, right? But in order to feel good, it's helpful to be able to believe in your heart's desires, right? It's helpful to be able to believe that you get to have these dreams. And so we can talk about shifting and believing into abundance, but if you don't believe that your dreams are there for you, are given to you, that are you are worthy of them, that you came here with them when you were born, that they are divine. They were given to you when you were born. They're like your guidance system for your life purpose. Your heart desires, not ego desires, but your deep felt heart desires are yours and yours alone. And they were gifted to you as you came into this world. And so, it took me a long time to believe that. It took me a long time to trust in my desires. I heard a lot of voices, right, in my head from my past, from things I heard growing up or through the years. You know, don't be selfish, put other people ahead of yourself. Um, you're materialistic. All these things that we were told. It's not polite. You shouldn't want for more. You should be grateful for what you have. Well, why can't I be grateful for what I have and want more? Of course I can, right? I get to choose. These are my dreams and desires, and I don't have to wait for someone else to give me permission to want these things and to start to believe in them. So really, really important that you get to start to believe that your dreams are there for a reason. They are guiding you through your life path. Now, along the way, on this life journey, are these little nuggets from the university, the universe, nuggets of gold that are left, that leave a trail for you. And you just need to follow these, and you will start to see that there's synchronicities and coincidences that start to happen in your life, right? Um, Now, these nuggets, they come to you in different ways. Okay. So once you decide, okay, I'm going to consciously manifest in my life, I'm going to create this dream that I know I'm worthy of, that I know is gifted to me. Show me, universe, where am I going, right? What's the next step? So you get to follow those nuggets, and they might come to you in words that pop into your mind, song lyrics that you wake up with, um, inspirations, um, feelings, right? Messages through other people. There are so many different ways that you are guided, but it's not just about mindset and shifting your beliefs into attracting abundance, but it's also about truly believing that it can come to you, right? Without a doubt, it's that faith, it's that guidance, that faith that you have, that yes, it's going to happen. I don't know how, I don't know when, but I know it's going to happen. I know I'm working towards my dreams, and I know I'm taking the right steps. I know that I'm doing everything I need to do. So belief is powerful, but belief doesn't live in our mind. So it can't be just all about shifting your mindset. Belief sits in your heart space. And your heart frequency is so much more powerful than your brain. And so when you can drop into your heart and shift your beliefs in your dreams, it's going to make a huge difference too. To change your belief system, it requires both logic and miracles to happen. So that's where the brain comes in. We start to shift our mindset, and then we start to become aware of those little nuggets that are being placed on the path for us to follow. That's those are the little miracles that happen every day that that help you realize that there is more power in this world than what we think, right? There is more going on here on so many different levels and layers. So manifesting isn't just, oh, all you have to do is do this or that. It's actually a number of different things entwined together. And you can tell by the way I've been talking about, getting clear and having an intention and making a decision, and then believing in your dreams and believing that they're there for you, and then shifting your mindset and believing in your heart, right, that this can happen. So you can do that in two different ways, right? You can do it with the logic in your brain, talking yourself into it. Well, it makes sense, and this could happen. It's happened to other people, right? um, what is the truth in if you have a fear come up for you, a doubt, then you can just, okay, is this doubt the truth? Is this limiting belief truth? Or is this something that I heard when I was younger? Is this something that has been, put into my mind by an outside source, by somebody in my family, right? And then look back and go, but is that the truth? Like, is it the truth that you'll never achieve your dreams, that dreams are for dreamers? Or is it about visioning into your future? Is the truth that you need to vision into your future before you can create it? Well, just take a look around you. Take a look around at the people that have created big empires. Look at Oprah. Look at Steve Jobs. Look at all the different people that we have to look at to say they were visionaries. Well, you're a visionary too. You can step into that path. Once you know the whole story around manifesting and energy, then it starts to shift for you. So um you starting to you get your beliefs going, you start to manifest, and now you start to get little nuggets of gold to follow, little things that are like little signs saying yes, you're going in the right direction. They're actually all around you right now, you just maybe haven't noticed them, right? But it's not just that, even. It's energy. It's energy. It's all about energy. Okay. It's about shifting energy around you until you are an energetic match to what you want. It's about attraction through your energy. Okay. So this is the deeper level. The deeper layer is recognizing that it's nothing that's going on physically in your world, that you have to go into the deeper layers of the energy and shift from there. And as you shift your mindset, as you become to believe, as you witness more little miracles every day, your energy begins to shift. And you consciously can do that too through meditation. And that's something too that I teach in Dream and Journey. Meditation is very, very important for working in those energetic levels. So the universe is dropping you those trails, dropping you little inspirations, but it doesn't actually say, like blowing a horn and say, this is what you need to do. What happens is you get this little nugget of, here, follow here, follow this way, here, come this way, come this way, come this way, little bits at a time. And as you begin to follow that, things start falling into place for you. I'll give you an example of following inspiration and why it's so important. A quick little story, a very very small, kind of insignificant story, but also very significant to say this is how you follow your inspiration one step at a time. So I had my book launch a couple of years ago, 3, 4 years ago now. And as I was going to an event in Ontario, I didn't have a dress to wear. And I was telling a friend, a girlfriend, a great girlfriend, that I didn't have this a dress to wear. And she said, "Oh, I've got a few here." Of course, as any good girlfriend does, pulls these dresses out of her closet and says, "Try them on." Well, she let me take them all and I tried them on. I absolutely loved them. And there was one in particular that I really quite loved. And I went and did my book launch. Everything was great. Then came home and I had the dresses cleaned and they were sitting in my bedroom in the dry cleaners bags for a couple weeks. And I kept thinking, I got to get those to her. And the one day I sat down to meditate, I did my meditation, I got myself centered, and I then came out of the meditation and I just thought, oh, I knew I had to deliver some artwork that day. And all of a sudden I thought, oh, I need to drop these dresses off for her today. I need to get them back to her today. And I was like, oh, I love these dresses. I wish I had them, but I'll take them back. So I took them back to her. I said, hey, by the way, where did you get them? And she told me the stores. And I said, oh, cool. I'm actually delivering artwork to that town where that store is. I think I'll pop in. So I delivered my artwork. I go to the store and I was just following this, like, take the dresses back today. The timing is right. Ask her where she got them. The timing is right. And I walked into the front door of that store and here's the dress right on a rack right outside the door, like in their little, they have like a little entrance and they had a rack of clothing right there. And the very front was the exact dress in my size for 50% off. So, it's like the universe is looking out for you. It knows what you want, right? It can line things up for you beyond your belief. It is so, so powerful. Those are the little nuggets. So when you start to follow those little inspirations every day, that makes a huge difference in your life. Imagine what would happen if you just got up every day and decided, I'm just going to follow my guidance today. That's how my Facebook lives are quite spontaneous, is because I follow that inspiration. So that inspiration came to me yesterday. Hey, need to have a Facebook Live. In fact, even tonight, I thought, oh, this needs to happen every Monday night for the next like for three weeks in a row. I was only going to do next Monday, and then all of a sudden it was like, no, three. We don't start Dream Journey until September 1st. So let's do 3 Monday night Facebook Lives and talk about abundance and how to do this, right? That's following the inspiration. That's it, right? Every little step, that little inspiration. Call your girlfriend, call your sister. Somebody's on your mind, reach out to them. They pop into your mind for no reason, reach out to them, right? You just never know. And that's what, you might be looking for a job and you've got this nagging feeling of, oh, I got to call this person. I got to call this friend of mine. So you call them up finally, you tell them, what's going on? Yeah, I'm looking for some new work. And they go, oh, I know, I just was told today about a place that's hiring, right? Like these are the things that start to line up for you, right? And it becomes like this fun game, this adventure that you start to follow, right? Okay, so I want to tell you a little bit too about Dream and Journey before I get too far, because I don't want this to go on too long. And I've got 2 other topics to cover, 3 others about, you know, comments I've had with my coaching clients in the last week about, okay, this is what I want, universe, this is what I want. Please, 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 please bring it to me, right? And please send me a sign that this is the right direction. And I just said, whoa, whoa, wait a minute. That's a very needy energy, right? We don't want to go into our manifesting with a needy energy. We need to clean this up a little bit. So, what do you want? What do you want? And they would say, I want this. I want, one in particular was, I want to move. I want a new house. And I said, then decide it's done. Make that decision. You are like, the universe is extremely powerful and can bring things to you that are better than you could have ever imagined, but you too are extremely powerful, and you need to step into that power. You need to fully commit into that in order to co-create, right? You know that saying, God helps those who help themselves? Exactly. So you decide what it is that you're going to create. You don't sit back and go, okay, this is what I really like, and wait for signs to make it happen. The most powerful manifestations I've had in my life is when I have decided that, okay, I'm doing this, right? I'm going to do this. And this is what I intend to happen. And universe, let's go, right? So it's more like you're driving the vehicle, you're the captain of your ship. You decide if you're going to have that inspired desire manifest in your life or not. And the universe will get behind you, right? And if it's not going in the right direction, don't worry. It's just you need to be moving in order to get to your dreams. So it might at first start to kind of go back and forth a little bit until you figure it out. But if you're just sitting in one spot, how are you ever going to get there? You need to be moving forward in order for these dreams to manifest. And then the universe gets behind you. So you want to let the universe know that you fully intend, without a doubt, to make this happen. You decide, I'm doing this. And I know I did that once before. Uh, I was sitting, I can't remember what it was I was manifesting. It was probably a course. And I was sitting and thinking, I really want to do this. Universe, what do you think? Hey, right? And then I got fed up and I'm like, okay, enough of this waiting. I'm doing this with or without you, universe. So, like, you better come along, keep up with me, right? So you want to get into that intention that I am going to do this, and I am like 120% committed to doing it. I will do what needs to be done to get it done, and let's go. Right? When you let the universe know that you're doing it, it flows. It absolutely flows. So this is why my dream and journey, when we start dream and journey, we begin with identifying our dreams and getting super, super clear about what it is that we want. Because when you figure out what you want, then the manifesting is so much easier. So the first week in Dream and Journey is all about that. It's about clarifying what you want. And I give you journaling questions and different questions to mull over. So if you're not a journaler, don't worry. These are questions that you don't have to write them down if you don't want to. You can just think about them. It helps to write, but I don't say, okay, sit down and start to write down what you want. I ask you specific questions, and then that you answer those questions, and that gets you going in the direction to help you identify what it is that you want, right? um, so we start with the visioning with intention, and we paint our visioning with intention arrow, which is actually right behind me here. This arrow. So you get the workshop on how to paint that arrow. Okay, so that's the first part. And then in the second week is when we start on the Manifesting Mandala course. So this is the course that teaches you all the aspects, all 9 There's 9 or 10 aspects now of manifesting in your life. These are the things that you need to stay focused on. And we do the first half of that course in the second week, and then in the third week we do the second half of that course, because it's a lot packed in. And we talk about limiting beliefs. I give you the process of how to shift when you have a limiting belief come up, what to do. I give you meditations. There's so much in that, right? So now we've clarified our dreams, and we know the aspects of manifesting and what we need to work on, and we know how to shift our limiting beliefs and come to the strong beliefs that our desires are from the divine, and that yes, we can have them, we can create them, right? And then we start to put them into our dream mandala. So that is a beautiful mandala drawing, and I do give you templates that you can trace onto your painting and your painted background. And then I teach you how to put your dreams in there. And that process, you are in the creative flow, you are focused, you are intending, you are stating it, you are putting it in words. And that is what brings your manifestations even closer. I have done dream mandalas for probably 25 years. They didn't always look like the way I teach them, they've evolved through the years. But every time I put something into a dream mandala, it comes to me, right? It is powerful. And we also, you get the workshop in there of how to paint a mandala, which is so much fun. And we infuse our energy, infuse our intentions into the layers of our mandala, our beautiful painted mandala. Next week, I will bring you some samples that I have hanging on my other wall here of beautiful mandalas that we've painted. And that, again, keeps you in that creative flow. So we're spending 4 weeks doing this together, keeping you in the creative flow, keeping you focused on your intentions and desires. You will absolutely start to manifest from that mandala. I have no doubt whatsoever. In fact, I have powerful testimonials from people. You can see them on the link on the website of how their life shifted after they've done these courses, right? Okay, so there's 2 other questions here that I had um, that I want to go through with you. One is, what do I do when I'm stuck? When I'm stuck in a rut and I'm stagnant, right? The energy's not moving. For a lot of us, that feeling has been this year, right? This year has been very stagnant for a lot of people. What if you want something to happen and it's not happening? Okay. So, first of all, I would ask you to think about, what is keeping you here? What is holding you in this spot? Okay. Are you afraid something bad will happen if you have what you desire? Right. So, an example of that is, with my business, I wanted to up level, I wanted to scale up. And when I did a little digging into, well, why is it not happening? Why do I always seem to hit this ceiling? I keep getting here. I can't get any higher. I keep getting here, right? It's like this invisible glass ceiling. And I just can't seem to jump past it. Well, I was worrying about mismanaging money in my business because of some past events. I really felt like, oh, if it gets too big too fast, I won't be able to keep track of the money, and I might end up, having to pay more taxes and all that stuff. So, but I didn't realize I was even thinking that until I started to dig into it. So when I identified, okay, oh, there's some stuff in there, right? One of the things I had to do was work through some forgiveness, which is something we can talk about too. But I cleared that out, and things moved forward. It leaped forward for me in my business. So digging in and finding out what is it that you're afraid of if you move forward. I mean, like Marianne Williamson says, we're more afraid, and I might kind of bash with, or not bash, but totally um, get it wrong what she's saying. But the whole idea was, if we're more afraid of being successful than and manifesting our dreams than we are of not getting them, because we are here now, right? And what if this is the worst it's ever going to be, right? What if it only gets to go get better? So many times we get afraid that, oh, if we go forward and we make changes, it's, it's scary, it's not familiar to us. But what if this is the worst it's ever going to be? You're already here. You're already at an energetic match for right here. Let's start up leveling. Let's start raising our energy to be an energetic match for something even better, right? Okay, so the other thing is, feel, if you're stuck, feel into the next step, right? What would it feel like if you just leaped over this stagnant block? Think of it as, jumping over the ravine. You just leap over and you're on the other side of it now. How would it feel to be there, right? How would it feel to be past all of this stagnant, stuck energy? It would be a huge relief, right? It would feel good. I would feel hope again. I would start to look forward to the future again, right? So you start to live into that energy, right? Feeling yourself on the other side, full of momentum, full of moving forward, and feel into that several times a day, right? You want to feel into it several times a day. Just imagine that and keep holding that energy. Imagine what it would feel like. And do that several times throughout your day, even if you have to set a timer to remind yourself to do that, right? So taking that leap, that energetic leap forward, that's huge. And then just make the decision. Just say, okay, I'm done with this. I'm not staying here anymore. I'm moving forward. Universe, I'm ready. Let's go, right? Hope that helps. Okay. I'm sure it resonates with some of you. Um, okay. So then the last thing I want to cover is um, it's about money, right? What if you earn only the amount of money that you need? What if you are in a spot that um, you can constantly earn, but you spend as much as you receive? What if you receive extra, and then next thing you know, a bill comes in for the same amount of money, right? What is going on with that? Okay, so first with this one is, be willing to forgive yourself. Okay, so forgive yourself for spending. Forgive yourself for having debt. Is there a voice in your head from your past telling you that you're bad for having debt, that you're bad for being this way, or that, oh, you're being irresponsible, right? Or a smart person wouldn't do that, right? Or a more responsible person wouldn't do that. That's really important to be aware of, right? The heavy energies around it. Um, Especially when you feel like you're being compared to someone else, right? Um, Money and debt is this like dirty little secret that we all have, right? The debts, the spending, the guilt around spending. Have I spent too much? I have to validate why I spent that money, right? That is something that we all try to hide in our society. And it's interesting because if you, I did a lot of work around this a couple years ago. If you don't have a credit card, you feel lacking because everybody has a credit card, right? If you do have a credit card, you feel guilty about any debt that you have on your credit card. So it's a societal conforms that we think we have to live within, right? So we need to let go of that. First of all, let go. Be okay with having a little bit of debt if you have to. Be okay. Let go of the urgency that you have to get rid of it tomorrow. And when you take that off your shoulders, it's a huge relief. Life doesn't have to be filled with guilt and you know like being so down on yourself. So forgive yourself for having some debt. Now, that takes the pressure off. So now, is it the debt that's bothering you, or is it the spending that's bothering you? So think about that. Is it the idea of having debt that bothers you, right? Do you feel guilty for spending? Do you feel unworthy of spending some money on yourself? Do you binge spend? Do you hide it? Again, forgive yourself. You just want to be the observer. Try not to judge yourself for having for just having these feelings. Just be aware of it, because once we, it doesn't really matter how you answer any of those questions. The whole point is that you become aware of that energy that you're holding within you, so you can clear it out and you can shift it. Because remember, it's that energetic level, that deeper layer that we're manifesting from. So once you shift that energetic level and you can become aware of it, you can shift it and clean it out, right? So your goal is to shift your energy into feeling abundant. So you can be grateful for having these credit cards, right? That you can choose to get something and pay later for it. You could be grateful to be trusted. You could be grateful to be able to go out and spend a little bit and still meet your needs, right? Now figure out, what do you want, right? When you actually shift what you're to wanting savings, and when you decide that, okay, yes, I'm going to shift my energy away from just meeting my needs, or not quite meeting my needs, into feeling into a savings account. What would it feel like to have some money just hanging out in your bank account? And what came up for you just now? Did what's coming up for you, did it suddenly feel choking, that, oh, saving feels negative, it feels tight and constricted, it feels like I won't be able to go out and have fun because I have to save? Well, that's not very much fun, is it? That's a tight energy. So what if you get to have the lifestyle that you want and have a savings account? Feel into that energy. Again, it's feeling into that energy throughout the day that you begin to create shifts in your life, right? And when you decide that, yeah, that's what I want enough to have that comfortable, fun lifestyle, buy those shoes that you want, and still have money to put in the savings account, right? That is possible. That is absolutely, you can manifest that, right? So it's an energetic feeling, right? Receiving, it gets to be fun, it gets to be flowy, it gets to be easy. We need to shut off all of the fears from our society of working until, work to save for your retirement. Not that that's not smart, but it can be stifling for a lot of people, and especially people that are creative like me, that is like, I need to have fun in life, I need to be creative, I need to have flow, I need to be able to move and to change things up and not be stuck in the same routine all the time, right? So these are some of the things that we work through in the Manifesting Mandala course, in Dream and Journey. And So next week is part 2 of this, your manifesting journey. So I would love for you guys to send me the topics that you want to talk about and let me know if this was helpful for you. But let me know also, it's like, yeah, this has come up for me. This kind of funky energy has come up. And we can talk about, well, how do we shift that? How do we change things? If you feel like, oh my gosh, this dream and journey course sounds like exactly what I need, I did put the link in here. Come and join me because I'm going to have a special draw for anybody that signs up by, let me just look here, by the end of tomorrow. I am going to have a draw for these beautiful Brusho crystal colors. Now these are a pigment, a crystal pigment that we use, that I use in some of my videos, painting videos that I show you in Dream and Journey and in my other courses too. These will last you um, a lifetime. In fact, you could probably share them with 2 friends and they'd still last you. But they give you beautiful, beautiful, vibrant, rich background colors. And this package here, I paid $92. I don't know if you can see that. $92. But I'm going to have a draw for the people that have signed up in Dream and Journey for a box of those crystals. So get in there. Don't wait. If your heart is saying, this sounds exactly like what I need right now, then come and join me. Follow that inspiration. Follow your heart. You can never fail. So let me know if you have questions. Thank you for being here. And this will be here for replay if you want to watch it for a while. It will go into the Dream and Journey course as a bonus that I keep adding to my courses. At this particular Dream and Journey workshop, I added in the Dream Catcher painting workshop also. So you get that as a painting workshop. And now this video series will go in and be added into there. So you can listen to it at any time. So it will stay up here for a little while till next week. And then I will be taking it down and it'll go into Dream and Journey. So love you guys and thanks for being here. Send me your questions and let's manifest together. Consciously create. Love you. Bye. Join me next Monday at 6:30, same place, same time.